Good afternoon. I recently watched a video by Masoretic Text versus the King James Bible, and this is one where they claim that the King James translators were following the Septuagint because they had the word pierced, and the Septuagint had the word pierced. And this just shows you the shoddy scholarship that Masoretic Text, ancient Hebrew, goes by. And we read from a commentary, Barnes Notes on the Bible, and what he says about this passage. They pierced my hands and my feet. This passage is intended with more difficulty than perhaps any other part of the Psalms. Goes on and talks more about this, and he says here, the great difficulty in this passage is the word rendered in our version. They pierced Kahawi, and it occurs only one other place, Isaiah 38:13, where it means as a lion. This would undoubtedly be the most natural interpretation of the word here, unless there are good reasons for setting it aside, and not a few have endeavored to show that is the true rendering. And then he goes on to explain some of those people who have defended the word lion there. And he says there's some difficulties about this, and he says, in C, let's say B and C, all the ancient interpreters have taken the word here to be a verb, and in all the ancient versions, it is rendered as if it were a verb. So it isn't just the Septuagint has it. All the you can go to Syriac, and the Latin has it as well. So the King James translators were not following the Septuagint. And what the Masoretic text wants you to believe that there's only one way of translating that based on the word there, but it's not. And it can be translated as pierced, even with that same Hebrew word. And there could be initial vowel points, but even if you take that same Hebrew word there, it could still be translated as pierced. Even in the Masorah, it is said that the word here to be taken in a different sense from what it has in Isaiah 38:13, where it plainly means a lion. Genesius admits that all the ancient interpreters have taken this as a verb, and says it is certainly possible that it may be so. He says that it may be regarded as a participle formed in an Aramaic manner from kur, and in a plural number for karim, and says that in this way it would be properly rendered piercing my hands and my feet. That is, as he says, my enemies who understood in the dogs. From such high authority and from the uniform mode of interpreting the word among the ancients, it may be regarded as morally certain that the word is a verb, and that it is not to be rendered as in Isaiah 38:13 as a lion. The material question is, what does the verb mean? The verb kur properly means to dig, bore through, to pierce. And other commentators have said basically the same thing. Calvin's commentary, the Clark, the John Gill has an extensive commentary on it, and the Jameson, Fawcett, Brown commentary likewise. They all said the same thing, that this was a word that can be translated pierced, even with the not dealing with the vowel issue, the changing the vowel points. So there's an issue there. So it's the sense, taking the sense, and that there would be an issue where it would be translated as such. So again, this is more nonsense from ancient Hebrew or ancient Hebrew or Masoretic text, who continues to show his own lack of ability to understand how to translate, and the fact that the King James translators got it right, and he's got it wrong. Amen. Thank you.